Now, in relation, this is the final piece, in relation to fake news and Donald Trump's greeting gesture and the woman who was traumatised by it. One must ask these days, what is actually the correct way to address people? Does anyone know? The fact that we don't is indicative. Some like to bear hug, some like to kiss on the side of the cheek, some like to kiss on the lips, and some like to shake hands, and some like to embrace. But is it not the case now that many of us are frightened or nervy of what exchange we should do with each other? Why has a simple embrace become so bad and created nervous reactions in so many of us, particularly in men? Hugging each other has almost become a no-no. But what's wrong with it? Why does it have to be associated with a potential sexual predatory behaviour? Why have we allowed ourselves to be thinking that way? Most men can't glance at a woman now for fear of being called a pervert. Have all men suddenly become perverts over the last 30 years? If not, then why is that become the predominant thought in the females? We're all predators. It's just wrong thinking. And another program designed to remove all human emotions from us all, is it not? Like the phone issue, people now prefer to type 2D words to people than actually go and speak to them in 3D. Like the deliberate program that's been going on for a while of closing down pubs or bars. Why? To stop people congregating and talking to each other. That's not a supposition, that's a fact. It was a government directive in the UK. It's all part of a programme to dehumanise us, like the recent announcements of sex robots. Can you not see where it's all going? Anti-human and into non-emotion robotic world, aka transhumanism. This is where it's leading. Now, I've been single for a bit and I've had a number of requests from some females recently that have expressed their interest in me, which I took seriously and was kind of flattered. But at no point did I think that was predatory behaviour. And yet, if the roles were reversed, too often allegations and nasty name-calling is thrown back at you. And this has to stop. There's nothing wrong with expressing you have a desire to be with somebody else. And nothing wrong to politely reject it either. But this launching into extremes of I was violated BS is beyond fake at best and severely damaging at worst. The damage done is often hidden, as we all know, which is why so many of us are riddled with unaddressed shadow and inner work. Whether it's expressing an interest in someone or just a simple greeting gesture, we have to move away from the thinking it is somehow all predatory. Because 95% of the time, it isn't. Those falsely accused go into a shell. Because the worst thing in society you can do is to or accuse someone of is a sexual advance. Because most people will not investigate it. They'll just hear the allegation and accept it. For example, Julian Assange. People just accepted it. The minute there's a mention of a sexual crime, that person's guilty. And that's it. Because people won't look into it. Anything to do with sex. Forget it. No, they're being accused. They're guilty. The reality is the allegation of a sexual crime is often used to effect for those in political power, to coerce others into doing their dirty work. Why do you think Trump was and the Stormy Daniels thing came up? Who cares? Unlike Bill Clinton, he didn't do it in the White House, did he? Because they know the public, in most cases, will revolt at the headline and not bother looking into whether that crime actually took place or not. And that has crept into our society. Some person in the town or village gets accused of sexually molesting. There's no investigation, and the vigilante mobs come out. Don't bother to investigate whether that allegation was false or not. With women making false claims of rape or other similar allegations to get back at or get rid of those people, it's a massive increase in the rates of that particular allegation taking place. There has been a marked increase over the last 20 to 30 years. But women making false claims of any sexual advance should receive the same sentence they accused the attacker of, in my opinion. Because if rape is 15 years, the false accuser is 15 years also, because essentially that female has raped that fella. Not sexually. Mentally. And that's the damaging aspect. And those actions might stop these ridiculous fake claims being made against innocent people that damages most of them for the rest of their lives. Because gossipy people will always exist and will always cast doubts on that person, whether proven innocent or not. If Julian Assange gets found not guilty, you know full well there'll be some people says, "Oh, I think he did it, and he's took a plea bargain or whatever." No, it's all staged. But if only those who gossip spend as much time on their own lives as they do interfering or invading others, how much better would the world be today? We are collectively creating a society devoid of emotions, frightened to speak or embrace each other, don't know how to engage each other. That's the way it's heading. There is 82 million single households in America alone. 82 million. And all because of the way society is being created by the system. And yet, I keep saying it, we have all too easily bought into it. Just look at the statistics. In 2017, the US Census reported 110.6 million unmarried people over the age of 18. Nearly a third of the population. Well, nearly half. 45.2% of the American adult population. In 1960, 72% of adults were married at the same time. That's a third down. Just over a third. And among today's growing single population, 63% have never been married. 23% are divorced and 13% are widowed. Of that staggering single population, the majority of which are living independently of their own accord. Why? 53% of singles are women. Do that amount of people really wish to be alone? Particularly the women. I would suggest not. And I would also suggest the feminist movement is the biggest single cause of it, by far. Society has to start making better choices. A hug, a kiss, or a compliment has to stop being deemed as sexual predatory behaviour. It is damaging to the love we all need in life. No matter how many bad partners we've all had, the absence of love creates fear. Fear equals low vibration, which feeds the system against us. Go hug a human, for source sakes. We all need it. I want to know what love is, and I want you all to show me and show everybody else. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. Bye for now.